Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a small coin that millions of people have sitting around in their pockets, drawers, or piggy banks. The humble 1-cent coin from 1986. Don't underestimate this little penny because some of these coins could be worth way more than their face value. So make sure you watch this video till the end because you might discover that you're holding onto a tiny copper treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So grab your coins, a magnifying glass, and let's uncover the secrets behind the 1986 Lincoln cent. First, let's take a quick journey back in time. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since it was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. Fast forward to 1986. The penny looked pretty much the same as it did when the memorial reverse was added in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. This reverse design shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely at the back of the coin, you can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial. That level of detail is amazing for such a small coin. But here's something you might not know. In 1982, the composition of the penny changed from mostly copper to a core of zinc with a thin copper plating. That means the 1986 penny is mostly zinc, with only a small amount of copper on the outside. This change was made to cut costs because copper prices were rising fast in the early 1980s. The 1986 penny represents a relatively new era of pennies, the copper-coated zinc era. Millions were minted, but not all of them are equal in value. Next, let's talk about mint marks. In 1986, Lincoln cents were produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you look below the date on the obverse side of your penny, you might see a small letter D or S. A D means it was minted in Denver. A and S means it was minted in San Francisco. But for 1986, these S coins were only made as proof coins for collectors. If there's no mint mark at all, that means your penny came from the Philadelphia Mint. Knowing where your penny was made is important because some mints produced fewer coins or have certain errors that make them more valuable. Segment 3: Mintage Numbers. How many were made? Let's break down the mintage numbers to see just how common, or rare, these coins are. In 1986, the U.S. Mint produced about 4.6 billion pennies in Philadelphia, around 4.4 billion in Denver, and roughly 3 million proof pennies in San Francisco. That's right, billions with a B. That's why most 1986 pennies you find in change will only be worth face value. But there are always exceptions. Now here's the part you've all been waiting for: the valuable errors and varieties to look out for. Even though billions were made, mistakes do happen. These mint errors are what can make a common penny worth big money. Some errors to watch for include double die averse (DDO). This means the design was stamped twice slightly off, so you can see doubling on the date, the word Liberty, or I in God we trust. Some 1986 pennies with clear doubling have sold for over $100 or more, depending on the clarity and condition. Off-center strikes. Sometimes the coin isn't perfectly centered when struck, resulting in part of the design being missing. The more off-center it is, the more valuable, as long as the date is still visible. These can be worth $50 to a few $100s. BI errors. This is a die break that appears between the B and E of Liberty, making it look like there's an extra I. Collectors love these quirky errors, and they can sell for $5 to $15 depending on condition. Proof coins. If you find a 1986 S-proof penny in perfect condition, it might not be worth hundreds. But collectors will pay a premium for flawless examples graded PR 70, sometimes $20 to $50. So, always inspect your pennies carefully and look for these details. Another big factor that affects a penny's value is its condition. Coins are graded from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. An uncirculated 1986 penny with full red luster, no scratches, and a beautiful strike can be worth several dollars to collectors. In high mint state grades like MS 67 or above, they can sell for $50 or more at auction. So, If you think you have a special penny, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. That can make a big difference if you plan to sell it. Now let's talk about the big picture. How much is the entire supply of 1986 pennies worth in circulation today? Let's do some quick math. With about 9 billion pennies minted that year, that's roughly $90 million in face value still floating around out there. That's a massive amount of money tied up in tiny 1-cent coins. And who knows, hidden among all those billions could be valuable errors, uncirculated gems, or unique varieties just waiting to be discovered by sharp-eyed collectors like you. So there you have it. The 1986 Lincoln cent is more than just pocket change. With its interesting history, copper-coated zinc composition, and potential for valuable errors, it's definitely worth paying attention to the next time you're sorting through your coins. Have you found any special 1986 pennies in your collection? Drop a comment below and share your finds with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting secrets. Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change. That ordinary penny could be worth a fortune. See you in the next video. Upbeat outro music fades in with visuals of shining pennies and coin magnifying glass shots. If you'd like, I can also create a shorter version, a catchy YouTube title, or thumbnail prompt. Just let me know. If you love coin collecting, hidden treasures, or just want to know whether that penny in your pocket might be worth more than its face value, then you're in the right place. Because today, we're going deep into the world of the 1993 1-cent coin, the Lincoln penny. We'll explore its history, its real-world value today, and some incredible rare varieties and mint errors that have turned a simple coin into something worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin from 1993 could potentially be worth a fortune if you know what to look for. So make sure you stick with me until the very end, because the penny in your drawer might just change your life. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent showed Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, with the words, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the year of minting to the right. From 1959 onward, the reverse side of the coin featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use until 2008, and the 1993 penny is one of those classic Lincoln Memorial designs. Now, about its composition, this is important. Before 1982, pennies were mostly made of copper. But rising metal costs forced the U.S. Mint to change the recipe. By 1993, the penny was made of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. This means the coin still looks copper, but underneath that thin coating, it's actually a zinc core. In 1993, the Philadelphia and Denver mints struck over 14 billion pennies combined. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 5.6 billion, while the Denver Mint, which stamps the letter D under the date, made more than 6.4 billion coins. So yes, the 1993 penny is very common. But as you'll soon find out, some of these coins are far from ordinary. A regular, circulated 1993 penny is worth 1 cent. That's no surprise. But coin collectors don't just care about ordinary coins, they're after condition, rarity, and especially mint errors and high-grade examples. If your 1993 penny has never been used in circulation and still has its bright red luster, it could be worth more to collectors. These are called uncirculated coins, and they can sell for 10 cents to 50 cents, or even more depending on the grade. When a coin is sent to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC and receives a grade of MS65 or higher, that's where serious value starts to appear. MS means mint state, and the higher the number, the better the condition. A 1993 penny graded MS67 red has sold for as much as $100 to $250 at auction. That's right, from 1 cent to over $200, simply because it's nearly perfect. Now let's go even further. Some coins are worth big money because of mint errors, mistakes made during the production process that create one-of-a-kind collectibles. This is when the design on the front of the coin is struck twice but slightly misaligned, causing doubling in the letters or numbers. If you look closely at the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," or the date and see shadow-like doubling, you may have a double die. These errors can be worth $100 to $300, sometimes more in high condition. If your coin was not properly centered during minting, part of the design might be missing. The more dramatic the misalignment, say 40% or more, the higher the value. Off-center 1993 pennies can sell for $50 to $200, especially if the date is still visible. If the coin was struck without a collar, it spreads out and loses its rim. These broad strike errors are also collectible and can bring in $20 to $100 depending on the severity and condition. Sometimes a small portion of the metal blank is missing before the coin is struck. This creates a curved clip on the edge. 1993 clipped planchet pennies can be worth $50 to $150. This is one of the rarest and most exciting errors. A penny that was struck on a dime or foreign coin blank will be the wrong size, weight, or color. These can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the mistake. Step 5 If you think you've got something special, submit your coin to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and certification. The 1993 1-cent coin is more than just pocket change. While billions were made, a few have stood out as rare and valuable because of minting mistakes and perfect condition. Some of these coins have been sold at auctions for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That means you could be walking around with treasure in your pocket, literally. Start checking your change, go through your coin jars, and take a second look at that old penny you were about to throw away. You never know, the next great coin find might be sitting right in your hand. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, interesting, or just plain cool, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode. Drop a comment below if you have a 1993 penny or want to see another coin featured next. This is your host signing off. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, treasure is everywhere if you know where to look. Hey coin lovers, treasure hunters, and curious minds. Welcome back to the channel where we explore the hidden gems of your pocket change. Today, we are unlocking the secrets of a tiny but powerful coin, the 1993 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. Don't be fooled by its small size, because some of these coins have shocked collectors with their rare features and unbelievable value. In this video, we're going to break down the full history of the 1993 penny, its value today, rare errors to look out for, and how this little copper-colored coin could be worth big money right now in circulation. So grab your magnifying glass, get your coin jar ready, and stick around till the end. You won't want to miss this one. The Lincoln cent, featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first regular-issue coin in American history to feature a real person. The obverse design, Lincoln's bust, has remained in place ever since, with a few updates over the years. By 1993, the penny had already gone through several transformations. One major change occurred in 1982, when the composition of the coin changed from 95% copper to a cheaper mix of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. This change was made because the value of copper had increased, and it had become too expensive to produce a penny that cost more than its face value. The 1993 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the small D mint mark under the year. That year, the Denver Mint produced an incredible number of these coins, more than 6.4 billion pennies. Yes, billion with a B. That means the 1993 penny is very common, but there's a twist. Among the billions minted, there are a few that stand out, because of rare minting errors and varieties that turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collector's item. Double die errors are one of the most sought-after types. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during creation, causing doubling in the design. On a 1993 D penny, doubling might appear on the words Liberty, In God We Trust, or even the date itself. These errors can add serious value to your coin. Depending on the strength and visibility of the doubling, some double die errors from similar years have sold for over $150 to $400. Another thing to look for is off-center strikes. These happen when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to appear off to one side. If your 1993 D penny is missing 10 to 50% of its design, it could be worth $25 to $200, depending on how severe and eye-catching the error is. There are also clipped planchet errors, where part of the coin appears to be cut or shaved off. These types of errors are visually striking and can fetch up to $100 or more. Finally, there's the ever-mysterious struck on wrong planchet error. This happens when a penny is mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for another coin, such as a dime or a foreign coin. These errors are very rare but incredibly valuable, sometimes worth over $500 or more. A standard 1993 D penny found in pocket change, with signs of wear in circulation, is usually worth just 1 cent. But collectors are always hunting for higher quality examples, especially those that have never been used in circulation. If your 1993 D penny is in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks brand new and shows no signs of handling, it could be worth anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents. Not bad for something that cost you 1 cent, but if your penny has been professionally graded by a top-tier service like PCGS or NGC, and it receives a high grade like MS65 or above, that's when things start to heat up. These coins can be worth up to $10 to $30, and even more in pristine, red-colored condition with full original luster. In fact, some 1993 D pennies in MS67 red condition have sold for up to $150 to $250 at auction. That's a massive jump from 1 cent, over 25,000% more in value. So now you're probably wondering, how can you find a valuable 1993 D penny? Here are the top 5 things to check for: date and mint mark ***. Make sure it says 1993 with a small d underneath. Condition ***. Look for bright red color, no scratches, and sharp details. Doubling ***. Use a magnifier to check for double letters or numbers. Off-center strikes ***. If part of the design is missing, you may have a rare error. Weight and sound ***. An unusual weight or sound may signal a wrong planchet error. Don't forget, the best way to protect your coin and increase its value is to store it safely in a coin holder or flip, and get it graded by a professional service if you think it's rare or valuable. It's amazing to think that a coin worth just 1 cent could actually hold so much history, mystery, and money. The 1993 D penny might seem common, but if you have the right one, in the right condition, it could be a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. So take a look through your coin jars, ask your grandparents if they have old change lying around, or check your pocket right now. That small copper coin could be worth a lot. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you want me to cover another year. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big.